welcome to another video with me, Fernanda, and with City Skylines with Keāa Kota or Project Island with the 7th episode. So yeah, here's another episode for you. This episode will be working on the airport too, and last time we also worked on the airport. But anyway, welcome to this episode. In this episode, we'll be doing some ramp detailing. We'll be detailing this part and then the cargo area, which will be a little bit later on. Last time we did the taxiway markings and the runway markings. We are also gonna be doing some ground side stuff, so the drop-off area, parking area, a taxi depot, and stuff like that. Next week, I'm actually gonna upload on Sunday as well, which is on the 18th of August. And actually, fun fact, it's gonna be on the 16th of August. But fun fact, on the 17th of August, that is the Independence Day of Indonesia, my country. That's the country where I'm from. And that is where this project is basically based off. So on next week's episode, we'll be doing some decorating around the city to celebrate the Independence Day. That's gonna be very exciting. I think I'm gonna have a longer cinematic or something. It's gonna be very cool. Stay tuned for that one. That one's gonna be awesome. I can already tell. If no, I haven't done it, but yeah. But anyway, I've actually just finished doing some schoolwork. As I've mentioned last time, my schedule is getting busier and busier, but this is what I'm doing to refresh my mind because this is very fun and I enjoy doing it. So you guys have been showing a lot of support. It is actually my top video right now. It's the fastest growing viewer side of things. You guys seem to love it. You guys left some great comments. Thank you very much. One of you guys actually recommended or suggested a name for this airport, which is Keāa Kota International Airport, or KKIA. I appreciate your suggestion, but unfortunately this is not going to be an international airport. This is just a regional airport. So I don't think we're gonna have the international one. So maybe we're gonna have Keāa Kota Regional Airport or something like that. Well, I was actually thinking about Bandar Kota or something like that. Actually, Bandar is Kota. Bandar is Kota and Kota is Kota. Kota is city. But the idea is Bandar Udara is the official Indonesian translation for airport or bandara. So I guess we're gonna have. I'm still not sure. Also, another thing, if you want to leave, please do. If you want to leave any suggestions, then you should, because I'm also kind of confused about the name. Thank you so much for that person's suggestion that suggested to me on the last video. I appreciate your suggestion. One thing. Also, if you are suggesting a name, then if you're an F geek or an aviation enthusiast, then you can also recommend me the airport code. You can use the ICAO code or the FAA, I think. I'm not sure, but there's like a 4-letter code and a 3-letter code. 4-letter code, it can be anything really. No, 3-1, the 3-letter code, it can be anything really. But the 4th one for Indonesia, our first letter code is W. For the US is K, so it's like KSFO and other stuff like that, KJFK. So KJFK is basically JFK in New York, and KSFO is San Francisco's airport. But for Indonesia, WIII is Jakarta Soekarno-Hatta International Airport. WARR is my home airport, which is Surabaya Juanda International Airport. and some WADD is Denpasar International Airport. So no, it's called, what is Denpasar's airport called? Ngurah Rai, yeah, Ngurah Rai International Airport. So yeah, it starts with a W. Just a suggestion. Please do leave your suggestions down below. Also, you might be wondering, why is this video 40 minutes long? Well, originally I was gonna split this into 2 episodes, but I ended up combining them into one, just because I want to fit it in with the schedule. So at first I wanted to have 4 episodes in this first wave of airports, but I wanted to have the Independence Day special next week, so I ended up just uploading this one today and the next one. Now, what do I mean by first one or first wave? What I mean by that is basically I'm gonna split the airport into some batch. It's like some batches of episodes. So this is gonna be the first batch of airport episodes. I'm gonna do this with every big project, by the way. So the resort is also gonna be like this. So this is the first batch of episodes, where we do the most basic of stuff, and then on the next batch of episodes, we'll be continuing the airport. We'll add a maintenance hangar, and then we'll add some fuel facilities and we're gonna detail the hell out of it. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing for the second batch. Another thing that I might use the batches on is gonna be the resort, the island resort. I think I'm just gonna have 2 batches with 2 episodes each or something like that. It's gonna be something like that. So why am I splitting it into batches? Well, the reason being is I don't want you guys to be bored at me making airports, because it can get pretty repetitive here and there. So that's why I'm doing this, why I'm splitting it into batches basically. You guys seem to love the first episode, which I'm very thankful for. I've gotten a lot of support. I've gained a few subs, which is amazing. Thank you so much for all of your support once again. If you haven't subscribed, then you totally should, because it helps me a lot. You can also like the video for, to show more support. But by the way, right here, you might see that some of the plane stand markings is floating in the air. Now that's because of the elevation changes. At first I didn't realize that the elevation wasn't actually completely flat. I thought it was, but it turned out that it wasn't. So what I ended up doing later on is that I'll level the terrain and the markings should not be floating anymore. So that's good news. Right here what I'm doing is doing some putting down some jet blast barrier kind of things. I forgot what those things are called, but basically what I want to do is behind the jet blast barrier thing over there that I just put down earlier on, these guys, I'm gonna put down some ground equipment like the loaders, the catering trucks, fuel trucks, pushback trucks, some normal trucks, baggage carts and stuff like that. Some stuff vehicles too, like sedans and stuff. Yeah, stuff like that basically. So this is basically like temporary storage. I am planning to have long-term storage, not planes but vehicles, like ground vehicles, ground equipment. That's gonna be on the other side of the airport, just beside the cargo office or cargo terminal, I should say. So that's one thing to look forward to. That's gonna be later on in this episode. So if you guys didn't watch the last time, then the last episode, then you guys really should sorry, you guys really should watch the last one, because on that one I covered the runway and the taxiway. But yeah, you can watch that later on or right now, it's up to you really. Also, on the last episode I explained the airlines that is going to fly here, presumably. The airlines that I have is Lion Air, Garuda Indonesia, Sriwijaya and Citylink. I also have the ATR-72s, but those one doesn't have a real airline on them. It just has the chirpy bird thingy. So I'm not really sure about what airline those ones are. Maybe it's a fictional airline or something. Guess why not? By the way, right here, I'm expanding the ramp or the apron, but we are gonna put the cargo terminal around here and some more ATR-72s parking, because I figured that we need more than what is available since it's a regional airport, and presumably we're gonna have some flights from other smaller airports since the runway length of this one is actually pretty small and the pretty short, I should say, compared to other airports, especially FBS. But yeah, the airport terminal is also very small. It only has like one story or one floor. It does have a second one, but that one's presumably the office and administrative kind of area. So yeah, that's a thing. Right there you can see me expanding it more since I figured that I need more space. But by the way, if you heard something in the background, it's probably my stomach since I really need to eat, but I want to get this one out first because I figured why not, this is gonna be fun. So right here I'm gonna be putting down the cargo parking spots for planes. The airlines that will be flying here will be CIM cargo airline thingy. It's pretty cool. It mixes, that's the plane right there. It mixes real life airlines and fictional ones. I actually wanted to have Crew Indonesia Cargo or Citylink Cargo or Line Parcel, but there's no assets for those things yet, so yeah, I'm not gonna do that now. But if in the future there exist those 3 cargo airlines or other cargo airlines that does operate in Indonesia, like other one. Sorry for that. If you heard something in the background, it's just my dad. But yeah, anyway, right here, what you're seeing on the screen is gonna be the future cargo terminal. Apparently, like I visited the cargo terminal in my local airport, just Juanda International Airport, Surabaya or Sidoarjo. It's basically a modern thing, modern warehouse basically. I've also seen the FBS International cargo terminal. It's also basically giant warehouses. So what I'm doing here is just replicating that with smaller warehouses since it's a regional airport. And I'm gonna put down the small airport building as an office to the cargo terminal. It's gonna be the cargo terminal administrative office. We'll also have another main administrative office over here to the right of the screen, just in front of this service road right here, and on the side of the cargo, the administrative office, there's gonna be a long-term storage for long-term storage and maintenance for the cargo equipment or vehicles and stuff like that. So that's what it's gonna be about. Also, after looking at it, like right now when it's done, it's actually pretty close to the runway, so there's very little margins for error. So yeah, that's one thing that I'd like to change, but I don't think I can since I'll have to move a lot of stuff. So I don't think I'm gonna change it. But it is one thing that is unrealistic about this. I might find 1 or 2 comments about it, so yeah, I'm gonna address it right now. Yeah, but anyway, what I'm doing now is just doing some more taxiway works, taxiway markings. By the way, if you're seeing some some reverse order footages or repeat footages, then it's probably because the game crashed, because I've experienced so many crashes after the airport or after or while filming these stuff. So that's one thing that is pretty bad about the series, but at least I'm getting by, I'm still making this stuff because I'm very passionate about this one, and this is basically what I do on my off time other than playing some other games. But yeah, that's that's a whole other story. But anyway, right here now I'm detailing the ADR again, and now I'm doing the taxiway markings again. But that's basically what I'm gonna do. I want to end the voice over here because I still have other things to do, but let's just continue for a little longer because the video is not even halfway yet. So yeah. Again, so if you heard that voice pollution from the outside, I have no control over that one. What else is there to talk about? Oh right, so after the first batch of airport videos, I'll be doing the Independence Day special, and after the Independence Day special, we'll be moving on into this shopping district or the downtown area-ish kind of thing. But what you're seeing me do right now is decreasing the amount of decals, since I think I put too much of them, that the yellow lines of the taxiway are actually covered a little bit, but now it's all good. I think the game just crashed before this point, but anyway, that's that. It's good. So yeah, if any of you guys want to help me make assets of Indonesian cargo airlines, then you can, and you can also not do that, but it's up to you. I'm not pushing or anything. So yeah, I'll be very grateful if that does happen. But yeah, also one thing, these planes, the airlines, most of them are basically the same asset, but some of them are pretty different. The Sriwijaya Citylink and the Lion Air one is a 7371, and the Garuda Indonesia is also 737. But because the props and the assets are made in different eras, the Lion Air one looks in some ways better, and it does look bigger, and it's pretty much better in scale than the Garuda Indonesia one, since that one was made ages ago. But I'm still grateful to have both, so that's nice. Right now I'm just doing some extra details around the ramp, putting down some cones too for the crosswalks and stuff, and the doors. Yeah. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna leave it for now, and I'm gonna come back when I want to talk about something. So yeah. Alright, I guess see you in a few minutes, I guess. Enjoy this time lapse for now. Okay, actually, I'm gonna start talking again now. I think I do have something to talk about. It's the copyright problem thing. Maybe if you follow me on Twitter, then you've seen the tweet. It's just, the music that I use is from this artist called. Actually, let me check. Let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure his name is Riddiman Production or something like that. Very great music. I do use another song that is not from him, but that song has no problem. That song is great. But I've been using production Riddiman's music for some time now, but I've discovered that a few music of his which by the way are free for profit use as is suggested by the title. Some of the music still got copyrighted, but not from production Riddiman, it's actually from other creators using the music for their own songs. So basically they wrote lyrics to those music that is just making things difficult. Two of my videos has been claimed by those people. Last one was claimed. The 6th episode is also claimed. The 6th and the 5th episode was claimed in a rap video a long time ago, which very much sucks, but it doesn't really affect me that much since I'm actually not making money right now from YouTube, since I'm not eligible for monetization. So yeah. By the way, this is gonna be the main administration office right here. But anyway, it's kind of a weird thing. It's like they're creators, so they can also use it because it's free for profit use. But I'm also a creator in some sorts, so I also have the rights to, wow, the footage is flipped. I'm very much sorry that the footage is flipped, but anyway, what I was saying before this is that we should have the equal rights to use the music. Even though I know that they've created some music, they've created a song based on that music, but we should be entitled with the same rights for the use of the music, because the music is not his. He just made the lyrics for the music, right? Or am I getting this wrong? I don't know. I should stop talking because this is probably controversial. But anyway, I apologize for the editing because I basically rushed it. So I apologize for this one because it's flipped. But anyway, I'll see you in a bit. So now it seems like the footage has been corrected. Right now we're moving on into the ground side of things, so not the air side but the ground side. So I think that's what it's called. But basically what we're gonna mess around with is the parking areas and the drop off and pick up areas. We'll also be putting down a taxi depot later on. But yeah, right now I'm just doing the loop thing for the airport because that's what the airport has. But yeah, this parking area is actually inspired by my local airport, which is Juanda International Airport here in Surabaya/Sidoarjo. It has two terminals, but this one is based off Terminal 1's parking. It's not that similar, but it has some similarities. It's pretty. I think it turned out nice. It's just some basic parking. This is not what I ended up sticking with. I ended up just redoing it. I actually ended up switching the parking lot types into the ones without props in it. But I think it turned out better than this one. Like, this parking lot is basically quote unquote detailed, but it's not actually that detailed. So here's what I ended up doing. I chose this one and then I copied them to the length of this one, this whole thing, lowered this one to have some roads on that side, made some space between the two to have some paths on it to allow mobility from the terminal to the parking spaces within a cost-effective thing. copy and paste those things until the end of the empty plot here. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up later on putting on some decals and some trees, some lights, some parking parking cover things. I don't know, you can see later on. It's a overhang. No, it's a. I forgot what it's called, but I ended up putting some those stuff. There's also gonna be motorcycle parking later on, and some signage work that I really love to do. Some road markings too, and some toll booths too, which are not for tolls, but yeah. Right here, just putting down these curb things to border the things, to differentiate, I guess. And I was spacing it one more in between, so I ended up just moving it into with more precision and doing those stuff. Yeah, that's what I did. Some decals too. Here's what I'm talking about about the decals. It's basically paths, right? So paths, I think in my logic it needs different kind of textures to differentiate easily. So that's kind of nice too. It's a nice touch. But yeah, that's what I ended up doing for this part. So I'm gonna go into silence again, and you guys can enjoy the music again. But yeah, that's all for now. I'm gonna be talking again soon, I guess. But yeah, enjoy the music once again and the time lapse. Right, so by the way, this style of commentary is what I usually it's not what I usually do. Usually I just do straight talks for 16 minutes or 18 or something like that. But for this time I'm gonna split it up to this kind of stuff just because I don't think I have enough time for it, and just because the video is 40 minutes long and I don't think I can talk for 40 minutes straight. So yeah, anyway, right now I've just plopped down the trees and I'll be putting down some lights as well, and basically what I'm gonna do is copy and paste them into all of the other slots or empty parts. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing for this part. So yeah, enjoy the music and this time lapse once again. So I'm back again, right here, just to say that right now I'm doing the markings, and here's the stuff or the awnings. Markings, I'm gonna continue doing. Awnings, I'm gonna be putting only on the edges, and basically the idea is awnings indicates that those are long-term parking areas. And also, I'm here to tell you about the backstory that I've just thought about. So, about the cargo terminal and the runway and why those are so close. So basically, this airport used to be just the middle 2-floor building with the tower, the brick one, and the runway used to be thinner and not wide like this time. And basically the cargo terminal ramp area used to be not as big, but they decided to expand it along with the width of the runway, and also they decided to expand the passenger terminal area. So that's just a little backstory. It's fictional, it's not real, but yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. It's just something that I just thought about. But yeah, anyway, enjoy the music and the time lapse once again. Alright, I'm back to tell you about that thing on the toll booth. I basically got confused and I ended up just undoing it, and yeah, I ended up not sticking with any designs for that particular toll booth. So yeah, anyway, back to the time lapse and enjoy the music once again. Alright, so I'm back again to tell you about this technique that I found out. It's basically I'm using these crosswalk decals, and they're pretty much wider than the one lane road from TMPE2. So what I ended up doing is just sinking them down until the ones that is basically outside or on the sidewalk is it's hard to see. Like you can still see it if you look hard enough, but it's pretty hard to see. So that's one trick that I found about. But yeah, anyway, back again to the time lapse and enjoy the music once again. Alright, so I'm back again to say some things about the design change. So basically I ended up just doing this just because I don't want too many crosswalks on the main pickup drop off area, because I think that's gonna disturb the flow. So I ended up just using these 3 main points for the 3 main crosswalks into the terminal. And as you can see right there, the crosswalks do work, they are functional, because I did put down some networks or some sidewalks just beside it or just under it so that people can actually walk across it. So right here I'm just adjusting the I'm just adjusting the path walks so that people cannot just cross wherever they want to cross. So it's just a little thing. Those little details in life are the ones that make things realistic in city skylines basically. But yeah, anyway, back onto the time lapse and enjoy the music once again. Alright, so I'm back again to say that now I'm working on signage, and of course when I'm back a motorcycle passes by, but whatever. Now I'm doing some signage, and yeah, that's all I want to talk about. There's really nothing else to talk about for now. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Enjoy the music for now. Alright, so I'm back again to say that now we're working on the tile decals for the airport terminal-ish kind of area. So that's what we'll be doing for the next few minutes. We'll also be doing bollards and stuff like that for the next few minutes. So for now, enjoy the music once again. Right, so now I'm back again to tell you about what I'm doing right now, which is basically some markings on the road once again. But yeah, I'll be doing this for the next few minutes, and then I think we'll be moving on into the motorcycle parking most probably. But we'll see. Yeah, it has been a few days up until this point. So yeah. Apologies for the noise pollution as always, and enjoy the music for now. Alright, so now I'm back again to explain that now I'm actually gonna be doing and messing around with the motorcycle parking, long term and normal parking really. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing for the next few minutes forward. Alright, so what I'm doing now is basically pedestrian access to the motorcycle parking lot from the terminal. So yeah, back to the music for now. Alright, so now I'm back again to say that now I'm working on the taxi depot. For now, I'm actually using vanilla vehicles mostly, apart from other like a few stuff. But mostly I'm using vanilla stuff, including the taxi. I'm looking into changing it into non-vanilla ones, but I don't think my specs can handle them, so that's the reason why it's still vanilla. That's what I'm gonna be doing for the next few minutes. Actually, now that I think of it, I don't think I'm gonna put down any music anymore, because well, actually I will. But the episode is actually nearing to an end, so yeah. Before the end though, I'm actually gonna undo of the fast food stuff right here, and I'm gonna change it up into a coach or bus parking like area, or coach parking area, or whatever you want to call those. But yeah, that's basically it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Subscribe and like this video if you really do like this video. Dislike it if you don't. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and I thank you very much for watching this video till the end. Thank you very much for all of your support, and I'll see you on the next one on Sunday or Saturday. Right, see ya.